So we finally got all the work done in preparation. We got the parts in for the ballast tanks. We've got everything we're putting together this morning, and we're going to do our test dive, our official first test dive. It's been a long road getting here, but it's ready for that, so that we can do our deeper dives next week. So we're just putting the sub together, putting the motors on, putting the engines on, putting the ballast tanks with the pressure tanks to give us the lift. Going through a whole checklist of stuff that we need to do to make sure that everything's going to run smoothly. And we're going to dive this hopefully in a couple of hours.
Goes real well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can't get in there or you get stuck.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
How's she looking?
She's she's remembering who she is. As I power systems up, they're coming online and things are happening and thrusters are going when they shouldn't be going and all kinds of fun things. But it's actually looking really good.
So we finally got it to the dock and the boat ramp, and we were about to launch it. We have a decent sized crowd that's really interested in seeing what we're doing. So it should be a fun day, and let the fun begin.
That's what it was.
Do we need a comm system on top?
Well, I left it in the house. Can I see the power?
The what? Yeah, don't quit your day job.
How long are you guys here for?
October 1st.
Oh, so come August, man. I'm blocking off the condo. That's it. No more renting. I'll be down here a lot.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
So it's only been.
So what we have to do is we have to latch the hood, the dome, with ratchets to keep it nice and tight so that when we go underwater and it's under pressure, it doesn't move or leak. So Scott's in there now, tightening the hatch, and we're going to do our first official dive and just to test everything, the ballast and the balance and the weights and all that good stuff. So yeah, things seems to be going well. So once that hatch closes, it gets pretty hot in there. It's basically like a magnifying glass heating up that inner chamber until he dives and it cools down. So unfortunately, if you're spending a lot of time on the surface testing, it's going to get very hot in there. It's going to be like a sauna. And what he's doing is he's ratcheting down 3 sections so that it can be airtight with no water leaks coming in. And as he goes down today, he'll test that to see if there's any leaks in it. And so getting the proper ballast and balance is important. We're putting a series of weights inside and outside, trimming it. We're testing each ballast tank, making sure that they're holding air, making sure that it's inflating, deflating, make sure we can balance it out, testing it. A lot of work to get set up to properly adjust it, but once it's done, it's well worth it.
What do you mean? It's not like.
Back tank's bubbling out the back. Might want to reverse a little. Are you filling the back tanks? Yep.
Okay, you got the wedgies there?
Oh yeah.
Right? See, what I do is I grab a crowbar. Tell you, that crowbar's handy, man. That's a submarine's like helper. I always just grab. Don't get right behind the cable. If it breaks, it'll hit you.
Okay. Okay, so Scott, we splashed the sub.
Mm-hmm.
We learned a lot.
Yep.
Did a few tests on it. What did we learn?
Well, I learned that the sub is going to work out really well here, I think. And that's exciting. But here's the thing, is that I didn't realize the expanse of what I was dealing with here. So what I mean by that is the distance that we'll have to tow the sub in open sea. Most of the boats of opportunity are too small to hoist the sub onto the deck. So we're going to have to do open ocean towing. And so because of that, I decided that I want to extend the length of the buoyancy tanks dramatically. In a sense, I want to turn the sub into having its own pontoon boat at all times on the surface that's also its buoyancy, its ballast system. So you can empty all the air out of them and flood them with water and dive with them, but you can inflate them and the whole sub is really stable in long, long ocean tows. So that was a very valuable insight that we learned on diving it here. We also learned that the power and the way the sub operates here is great. So we're not too far off from being perfect.
Great. And so what we're going to do is we're going to
take these existing tanks off, and we're going to extend off these beautiful custom tanks that are just going to be the cat's meow.
Nice.
I've seen other subs do it in Europe. I haven't seen one in North America, so we're going to be kind of unique here. But it's going to look, pardon the expression, pretty badass.
Good. So we have a meeting with the welder tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to look over our plans.
Yep.
And between now and then, we're going to be taking off all the piping, all the valves, all the tanks, the hoses.
Yep.
Stripping it down.
Yep, we're going to have to put a little courtesy curtain here because she's going to be buck-ass naked here soon.
Okay, and then the goal is we take these beautiful new ballast tanks, mount them.
Yeah, they're going to be mounted on either side where these ballast tanks are, but they're going to extend out all the way out here. So they're going to stick out about 2 feet front and back, plus they're going to fill in the center.
Oh, nice.
They're going to be slightly taller, and they're going to have boats' bows on them. They're little pontoon boats, so that when a heavy surge comes, that the surge actually helps lift the nose up and helps her track behind in a tow better.
Great. All right, so we had a couple of good weeks in the Keys.
Yeah.
Learned a lot.
Yeah.
And now we got to get back to work, and phase 2 on its way.
Well, I learned I'm in love with the Keys, and I can't wait to go back.
Well, we just got to work a little faster then.
Yeah, they're here.
All right, well, let's get to work.
Okay, thanks.
Well, we had the meeting with our welder. We showed him our blueprints, our design, went over some ideas with him. He's coming up with some suggestions. It was a good conversation, and we're just waiting to hear back in a couple of days what the time frame is and the total. So we're on our way. We're in the process, and we're pushing forward.